guy you guys thought. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Anthony here, Six Skill Mafia. It is Monday evening for us. What is this? October 3rd.
October 3rd, man.
Yeah, we're doing some of the night shift here tonight, guys. It's me and El Professor O, Mario. My man, what's up?
What's happening, man? Now we're just here, just hanging out, just chilling. And yeah, just thought we'd go live. A couple things happened today, man. So why not just, talk about it? We ain't doing it anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? We wanted to do something like that. And also, this is a good opportunity because I think, fingers crossed, I fixed my microphone problems.
Yeah, that's mainly the main reason why we wanted to go live, man. Just
yeah, because I don't want it to happen again down the road when it's like,
right.
I'm hosting a big stream and then I'm like, oh God, what's going on? So half of that, half of some other stuff, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's a few things that happened today.
There are a few things. Who's all up in here this evening? Anyway, yeah, let's do a sound check, man. Because sometimes we have our European friends and our Australian friends here, man. So sign in, guys. Where you guys at right now? Let us know. What time is it? Where are you located? We got Kinky Sphincter in the house. What is going on, man? Let's go. Oh, yeah, that's me right there. We'll start soon, guys. Valiant Archer in the house. DK, what's up, dude? Yeah, Aunt P as well is going on, my man. OG Mando. Well, that's going to be Sean right there. I can already tell. What's up, dude? I believe you've changed your name. That's really cool, man. S-Beam in the house as well. Bob Dylan. What's up, Bob? I hope things are well over there, man. My friend. Leighton Richards as well. How's it going, guys? Renz Tolentino. It's good. Mario in chat. Having lunch in a few, but we'll catch you guys after. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Enjoy your lunch, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Mafia sounds crispy. Mario always sounds smooth. That's right,
man.
What's up,
Bobby D? What's going on, man?
That's the shit right there. Yes, sir. Andrew Gibo, what is going on? Yo, AZ Rep. That's right. Repping the Arizona. Houston, Texas. All right, my friend. This is what we got going on in here. Tremble Dust. Well, y'all up late. Oh, wait, so am I. Yeah, man. Yeah, a little late. A little late. Huey Freeman, what's going on, my man? What's good, fellas? Washington, D.C. Checking in.
Nice.
Sweet, man. And I'm sure maybe some will show up as we roll. We may have a guest later this evening. Not sure just yet.
Yeah.
If not, I'm afraid you guys are just stuck with myself and Mario. But that's okay.
Yeah.
What are you fussing with over there? I hear some noise.
You hear a little rustling over here?
It's a little rustling, yeah. What do you got over there?
Let me pick up this. So this is one of 4 packages that'll be coming this week. So something coming from pop culture, as y'all know. Yeah, man. I got 4 figures coming this week, man. What the hell did I freaking do? So,
jeez, brother. What is? Well, so that looks like it's from Pop Culture.
This is from Pop. This is what's cool, man. When you pick up something single from them, they'll wrapped in bubble wrap, like crazy. So it's really nice. I've never received anything damaged or crushed from them. But yeah, dude, they create their own little, I don't know.
Looks like it can withstand a bomb.
Yeah, man. And let's see what we got today. In a second.
Yeah, please let us know.
We got War Machine from Infinity War. Infinity Game.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
An Infinity Game.
Infinity Game.
Hell yeah, man. You're on.
No, this is what is this? The Mark 5 or the Mark 6 or whatever it is.
Is that Iron Patriot?
Yeah. No, this is War Machine.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Right here on the box. War Machine.
Well, yeah, but would it say Iron Patriot on the box?
It does, yeah.
Oh, it does. Okay, see, I didn't know that. I figured this is War Machine, Mark, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is the actual this War Machine. Right. I think it's Mark. What is it? I think it's 6 actually, 5 or 6.
Well, let's open this bitch up.
Yeah, man, let's check it out.
We'll shoot the shit. This is what we do, right? While we talk, we can take a look at that figure.
So like I said, Leighton, man, this is one of 4 that I've got coming in. Got what you call it? The Spidey that I mentioned that I picked up from Ray. The classic suit, which Lael and everybody else over at Figure Flex Friday enabled me to get, but so pick that up.
I want the classic suit, man.
My replacement Miles from the Spider-Verse that should be coming in hopefully by the end of the week. along with the Dark Trooper, man. Dark Trooper finally came in and shipped as well. So
Dark Trooper is the sleeper of the year, man, for me.
That's
if you're a Star Wars fan, you like troopers, I'm telling you guys, if you're on the fence on that Dark Trooper, he's pretty badass. Pleasantly surprised. Leighton Richard says, my Ahsoka finally got here. Awesome, dude.
Awesome, man.
She's a good piece, man.
She is
a good
man.
piece. Let's see who else. Trumbull says, definitely can survive USPS soccer package tournaments.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Right? Oh, man. Infinity Game exclusive. Let me find out. Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, it's Monday night for me, man. I'm just,
That's fine. That's
from Monday.
Yeah, man. That is okay. My dear Mandalorian Huntress in the house this evening. Good evening, Darth Mafia. Good evening to you, my dear. I'm glad that you're here with us. Cuervo as well. What's up, dude?
Cuervo,
How you doing, man?
Dude, speaking of Cuervo, we all got to hang out at Frankenstein's over the weekend, man. Cuervo showed up. It was nice to see him, dude. So
yeah, man,
pretty cool.
That was cool when you went live. I couldn't watch a lot of it. I don't know if there was connection issues or not. It was a little laggy for me.
Yeah, was it? I was wondering. I didn't know,
but I figured because you guys are in this big ass, you know how it is.
Yeah, so what it is, it's it's like a Costco building, but it's nothing but collectibles, dude. All kinds of random stuff.
It's like when you go into Target and you lose internet signal or some shit. You're just like, I have no signal here. I can't use my phone.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Clone Trooper just got Iron Patriot and Thanos from Pop Culture.
Bro, they are having so many insane deals right now. It's like, I mean, it's perfect timing for me considering that I'm, backtracking on the Endgame line. So it's perfect. Got so many damn figures lately.
I know, right? And you're getting good deals. Alvin J in the house. What is good, my man, this evening? Let's see, who else do we have open here? Coming in live. Throne Boba arriving later this week. Valiant Archer. That is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Aunt P says, where you get your Mark 1 from, Mario?
Mark 1.
I'm wondering if you're
talking.
Are you thinking of the Mark 1 War Machine that just got released today?
Yeah,
I think that he might be referring to that.
I actually already have that. I got that when it first came out years ago. I got it from.
Oh, you got the OG.
I got the original one from Time Walker. Well, the first diecast release. I think I got it from Time Walker.
Okay.
Back then, but yeah.
All right.
Here's Rhodey.
Let's take a look at that, man. I'm gonna bring you up.
Here it is, man. Good old classic gunmetal gray with all the different colors on it, all the different shades of gray, silver tones. It's this one's a little bit more. I mean, it's not as big and beefy as like the Mark 1, the Mark 4, or the Iron Patriot per se, but I mean, it's still decent, man. It's War Machine. I'm a big fan of War Machine too, man. I just love like everything about him, and this will work just fine in the Endgame line for me personally. So yeah, man. All little details, bottom of his feet, everything is there.
No, it's good.
So yeah, let's go figures. Got some weight, it's a little bit pretty hefty.
Oh yeah, man. My Mark 4 was pretty. I like the Mark 4 a lot. I got rid of it. I sold it to Sean, my neighbor, my longtime friend. But I really enjoyed that one. I wanted the Mark 1, so I'm excited that that's coming. And I guess we'll probably talk about it. But I'll let you go ahead and pose that up a little bit. See what you got there. See who else is chiming in.
My headphones are gonna die soon, so I need to find my.
Oh, you were not prepared, my friend.
I was not, man. I thought I was good.
And this was your idea.
It was. I just need like a few minutes to either recharge or try.
It was his idea, ladies and gentlemen. I'm serious. It really was. And this guy.
I'll take all the heat, man.
You're gonna
give me a minute.
I'll give you a minute, dude. He was not prepared, my friends. Cuervo, I just ordered my first statue. Thanks, Mario. And I already have 2 more in cart. Oof. Listen, it's dangerous out here, guys.
If you can't take a little bloody nose, maybe you ought to go back home and crawl under your bed. It's not safe out here. It's wondrous, with treasures to satiate desires both subtle and gross. But it's not for the timid.
Yeah, that's right.
That's for my Star Trek fans. Mario, yeah, you have no idea what that is.
I do not, sir.
That is okay, my friend.
I do not.
Well, Trimble Dust says, hey, let me ask, was on Devil's Workshop site, and they are saying War Machine reissue dropped, gives an add to cart option. Well, he did get dropped today. Now, I don't know what the situation is, though. Is he released in Hong Kong? We don't have blogger photos. I think it's going to be another Boba Fett situation here. We're going to find out. We'll talk about it here in a little. Mario's having technical difficulties. Dyson, my man, Miles Dyson in the house. What's up, dude? My man. Let's see who else we got in here. Pablo as well. I just got my Arena Fett today. Congratulations, my man. Arena Fett is awesome. See what else is good in chat before we go in here and look through. I love the Infinity War machine. So amazing. Such a sleek piece. Boom. You looking for this? That's right. That's so good, man. Let's see what else we got up in here. Alvin J says, I'm back collecting also. I know it's risky, but what's a good price to pay for Hot Toys Punisher? What's too much? Well, before we get into anything else, let me just say I have seen both the Punisher and Daredevil. If you're talking about the Netflix versions, they've dropped considerably. I have been seeing them selling for about $400. I personally wouldn't go any higher than that. They used to be a lot more, but as we all know, with the market crisis, it's a lot cheaper. So shoot for $400. That would be my. That's what I would pay. I've seen them selling for that price. OG Mando with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. It says Mario. I cannot read that. You can read it. Mario may not be here right now. I may just be talking to myself. So we'll save that one.
Yeah, hey, give me a couple minutes to recharge, dude. I can't.
All right, I'm going to let him recharge while we do some stuff, but thank you, OG Mando, for the super chat. S-Beam says, love the Trek, bro. Absolutely. I have no idea what that clip was, Cuervo. Man, you guys need to watch some Star Trek from back in the day. Next Generation, the original series, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. Seriously. You guys are doing yourself a disservice not watching those excellent sci-fi. Ren Salentino says, that War Machine looks sick. Congrats, Mario. So we got some people in here. Clone Trooper Q episodes are great. You guys know what's up, man. We got a couple Trekkies up in here. I got a lot of Trekkies here, man. They're around. They're around, man. Let's see. Badfish says, I do want the War Machine Mark 1. I would love a War Machine in the collection. Dude, that Mark 1's the shit. We'll look at it. Mario's in control of this, but he's not here right now. So we're not going to go through all that just yet. Was radio silence on YouTube about it? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Jazzy, what's going on, my man? What's good in the house? Who else? Got anybody else popping in right now? What I don't know, that episode, the nerve, I say. That was from Q Who. If I recall, my friend, that is the episode where Q takes the Enterprise, shoots them into the Delta Quadrant, introduces them to the Borg. It's awesome. Otherwise, everybody else in the chat has no idea what I'm talking. They're hearing just gibberish, but that's okay. That's okay. Voyager, that's right. Funky Cold Santa was good, my man. Blitz as well. Hey, just walked in. What are we chatting about? Well, we were going to chat about this War Machine for a little bit, but Mario's having some technical difficulties right now, and he's in control of that screen, so we're just shooting the shit. Bob Dylan says, what's Star Trek? Is that a new Star Wars Disney Plus? You know what? I'm not even going to entertain that, brother. Not even going to entertain it. Go check it out, man. Christian Detour Collection says, speaking of statues, I'm really on the fence getting the Sideshow Mythos Darth Maul. Would you guys say it's a definite buy? Well, I don't own that one. Mandalorian Huntress is in the chat. I presume she is still here. Maybe she can chime in on that. I know she does have that statue. I would suspect it's pretty good. I didn't have it. Like I said, I had the Ventress and Emperor Palpatine. I enjoyed both of them. I have no doubt that the Darth Maul is equally as good, if not better. But I do not have it. Badfish says, I want the Vader premium format, but the helmet feels off, so I haven't pulled the trigger. Yeah, I don't know if they've ever really done a fantastic Vader statue. I think the first Mythos Vader statue was pretty awesome. And years back, they did a quarter scale Vader that I ended up selling recently. I quite enjoyed that statue, though. That was a pretty good one. But for the most part, I kind of agree with you on that. Are we anticipating any news this week for New York Comic Con? Well, there's like a half and half thing here, right? Because we have, I mean, as far as I know, right now there is, you know, the holiday, you know, the People's Republic of China holiday going on, and they're on break till like the 8th, so I don't know if they're going to do anything, but yet they released War Machine this morning, so not too sure. Leonardo Hernandez, how you doing, my friend? He says, hey, everyone. Mandalorian Huntress does say Darth Maul Mythos is stunning.
Oh, it is. Oh, my gosh, I saw that in person. It's amazing. Like, that's one of my most anticipated now.
The Darth Maul Mythos.
My bad. I'm thinking Vader. My bad.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure that you were.
Okay, never mind.
I know you prefaced earlier that it's Monday and it's, you know, Infinity Game and all that other stuff. So
bear with me, y'all.
No, it's totally okay. It is totally okay. Andre says, I cannot allow you to do this, Bob Dylan. The line must be drawn here. This far. No further. Star Trek is the way.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Oh man, that's great. Let's see. I did. OG Mando. I'm gonna let Mario check it again when he is available. He did do a super chat.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. What happened?
For you, but I can't read it.
$2 chat from OG Mando. Mark, contenta por ti. I know Spanish. Nice, thanks, bro. He's happy for me, man. It's awesome.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Well, thank you again for that super chat, my man. Let's see what else is going on in the chat before we do this. Collection Obsession. Greetings to you, my friend. Says Anthony, are collecting any Exo-6 Star Trek figures. 7 of 9 in Chakotay are set up to go to pre-order really soon. Yes, sir. I did not know if you were aware of that, but I am the videographer for Exo-6. So, as you can see behind me, yeah, we do have some amazing stuff coming very, very soon, and a lot more coming, guys. So if you're a fan of the work, stay tuned. Seriously. Premium format Maul is amazing. Just got them about 4 weeks ago. Badass. Andre says, such a great group of people in this chat.
Really
absolutely,
is,
my friend.
Everybody's
awesome. I love everybody here, man. Mandalorian Hunter says, and I want to sell mine. Her premium format, or Mythos Maul, correct. Going to focus on my 2 favorite characters, so I'm changing up my collection. I will beat Sideshow pricing. She will.
Ooh.
She will. So if anybody is interested in the Mythos Darth Maul, let me know, because she will sell it to you.
I'm assuming she's talking about the newer version, but yeah, that's a nice piece. That's actually the first statue that I had in hand, and I really like it a lot. That one will always have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Anthony, you never forget your first, bro.
I know you're absolutely right about that one, but it's like Scotty once said on The Next Generation, man. You never.
Who?
Yeah. So we're gonna move on. This fucking guy. What do we got going on here, man? So War Machine Mark 1.
Yeah, man. I heard someone in the chat mention that it dropped on T-Dubs, but it looks like it dropped overseas, and we're not seeing any movement from Sideshow stateside. So, but it's out, and I can vouch for this thing. This was like the Mark 1 War Machine was like my favorite figure in the collection for the longest time, dude. I love that armor. Big, beefy, heavy beast. And it translates so well in the figure diecast. I was so happy when they brought it out. Like when I got it, I didn't pre-order it, but when it was coming out, when it was shipping, it was selling out fast. Right. So that didn't last long at all. Oh, okay, Ant, here's shit from Sideshow. I'm assuming he's talking about the Mark One.
Well, yeah, and that's what's a trip, right? Because is this following the same behavior as what just happened with Boba Fett?
I hope so.
Because we're not seeing any. We didn't have any blogger photos. Is it released in Hong Kong?
Do they do blogger photos for reissues? I don't think they do.
Of course they do.
A straight reissue?
Yeah, I mean, shit, they just did it with one of the Iron Mans.
The Mark 46 is in a straight reissue.
I mean, dude, it's
it's not. This is box for box. I think this is the same MMS. It's the exact same thing, bro. So if anything, they'll probably just they might resurrect their older photos or just bring them back up.
They should have done something on their Facebook page.
Yeah,
that's my point. So I don't think it's actually released in Hong Kong. I don't think so. S-Beam says, I just watched the Scotty TNG episode, so you know what I'm talking about, what I was trying to say before Mario was like, what? You don't know anything about that stuff.
Go ahead.
No, it's already moved on. It's already moved on, bro. So
no, it's not. It's
because
you brought it up.
Yeah, but you don't know. It doesn't matter. We're gonna move on from that one because I don't even really remember. Yeah.
Don't get mad. It's all good.
Yeah. Mark 5 and Mark 47 reissues did not come with blogger photos. Bob Dylan says. So I guess.
Thanks, Bobby D.
I stand corrected. But either way, I feel like they should have put something up.
Yeah, they should have.
Something.
At least repost their older photos or something, man. The older blogger
something, because I don't know. Like, can anybody in the chat actually confirm that you can buy it right now overseas and not from Toys Wonderland? Because they'll just, that's bullshit. So any other site that like actually has it in stock to be shipped right now? I don't know. Because as people in the chat are saying, they're getting emails from Sideshow saying it's shipping. So I'm wondering if we're getting it before Hong Kong, similar, like to this recent Boba Fett stuff. Bob Dylan says the secret base page just showed the box on the same counter as they usually do to signify that it arrived. Yeah. So that's all we know. Yeah.
Yeah, that really is all we know. But it's fine. I'm just happy that y'all can get your hands on it. It's great.
Yeah. Star Trek needs some love. Absolutely, guys. I'm still working on a Star Trek show. I know a lot of you guys want to know about it. No bloody A, B, C, or D. That's right. Is it a plot? Ploy to start a war? 2 questions, my man. From Q, all good things. Last episode of Next Generation. Mario, you're missing out, man.
Am I? Am I really?
Yeah, because you can be engaging and participating with the chat with your Trek knowledge, but you have none.
You're not wrong. I have none.
I know.
You know what, Anthony? I think that's a blessing for my wallet.
Because
the last thing I need is to get into another line of something. So, as I just pre-ordered the Gandalf and the freaking Romero.
Well, you're not wrong about that. Yeah, because that can be difficult. War Machine reissue is on Toys Buying Agent. See, I wonder if they have it though, or they're just collecting money. Right,
dude. I am so. Does anyone else in the chat have this figure, man? Because I am so kind of worried about this little piece right here where the gun where the cannon is connected to in the back. This seems so thin and flimsy that I'm worried about it snapping in here, man. I don't like it.
They're just cheap plastics.
I wish we just got like a normal plug that it would just plug in securely in the back and you can just go and articulate the shit out of this thing. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep messing with it and hopefully I don't break it on
I kind of felt that way with the Mark IV. Little chintzy, a little chintzy. It's just, it's whatever. Bob Dylan says, where should I start? I heard Picard is an excellent series. It is not. It is the worst. Well, other than Star Trek Discovery. Any of this New Age stuff, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not going to lie.
Is that the one that Rob doesn't like? That I hear that a bunch of people say that it's good to watch is Discovery?
It is bad. It's not good. I listen, you guys may like it, but honestly, like the original stuff's the best. I would go with Next Generation. Get through the first season or so. It's a little. Some of the writing at first, you know, they got once they got their footing done, it was like the shit. It's the best. So, and Deep Space Nine is obviously the best, just for story arcs. The original series, yeah, but you know, the original series is rough, man. You know, 1966. It's kind of some people may not get it. If you like watching like Batman, like 66 Batman, and you understand that it was made in the 60s, then you can enjoy it. But I mean, for really good storytelling, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, even Enterprise did some good stuff. That era right there, that 90s, you know, late 80s to early 2000s. That's the sweet spot right there. Trek died with J.J. Abrams.
Oh, yeah, I love those movies.
I wasn't a fan of those. See,
hey man, those are movies that I can actually watch, dude. When I get a cameo of R2D2, man, that's all. That's
yeah, but I think the thing for you is that, you know, not watching Star Trek, you have no frame of reference. So when you get to watch the JJ verse, you're just like, oh, it's like this action schlock Hollywood kind of blockbuster.
It was cool, man.
Entertaining, right? But if you knew Star Trek, you might be like, what the hell? It was weird. That you know, it's for a different. It's different.
So let me ask you then, the whole Bones reference, man, where he said his wife left him nothing but his bones. Was that cringe for y'all, or was that?
I felt it was cringe. Canon? It was as cringe as the movie Solo, where they're like, "What do we call you? Oh, you're Solo." Like it's. No, I'm good. I'm good on that shit. But it's okay. Again, it's not bad, but you know, when you watch the episodes, it was like, you know, morality plays and like ethical stuff and, you know, good story and a lot of philosophical stuff. And it was just like, yeah, Andre says it best. See, Trek had the best morale and philosophical stories for me. Great writing.
I'll give it that it was really, it was game changing for its time. It really, really was. Even, I mean, not just technologically, but historically as well, man. Considering, the actress that played Uhura, what she mentioned, what you know, Dr. Martin Luther King told her about, you know, what she represents. And I never knew that. And that was actually pretty powerful, man. So.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Trek was big for its time. And listen, a lot of people didn't understand. I don't think they never really checked it out. But I would say if you're interested in some good story, dude, Star Trek is really awesome. You know, it's funny because back in the day, like I would watch Star Trek, I'd watch Star Wars, I'd read comic books, and everybody would say, "Oh, that's some nerdy shit," and make fun of you or whatever. Nowadays, everything's like all the stuff that I was into is super trendy and it's like bullshit now. So if you guys can embrace Star Wars and the MCU and all that shit, then you owe it to yourself to go watch some Star Trek. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. Now, we're looking at this War Machine. I don't really think we need to talk about it anymore. It seems like it may be shipping overseas, but why would we get it if it's shipping from Sideshow right now? So,
yeah,
not entirely, you know. Not entirely sure yet. I guess we're going to see over the next couple days. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, keep an eye on the post and see who actually starts posting photos of everything in hand. And I'm really anxious to see how everybody likes it. Like I said, I love it. I love that figure, man. That's a banger of a release, dude. So it's going to be great for all the newer collectors or anybody that missed it the first time will actually be able to get their hands on it.
Yeah, I would really like that one. Like I said, because that was the one I missed and I didn't want to pay that money at all. Cuervo says the Tweeterhead 1/5 Masters of the Universe line looks amazing.
That's another one he's eyeballing.
It is. Mandalorian Huntress is a big fan of those as well. They are. That's another lane.
It really is, man.
That's another lane.
Be careful, man. Be careful, bro. But I encourage it fully. To the fullest, man.
To the fullest, right? Well, you just want him to switch.
Of course I do, man.
Oh, Tremble Dust says, "Hey guys, Sandman is calling. Take it easy until next time, my dude." Of course, man. Brother. You have a good
night,
rest of
man.
your
Have a good
evening.
sleep.
Same with Valiant Archer is out. All right, gang. East Coast here. Enjoy the night. Appreciate it, my friend. You have a good evening.
Take care, bro.
We will see you soon. So what you doing with him? Let's take a peek.
Oh, just working on something. Just working on something. I'm trying to figure out how I want to, probably put a repulsor hand here. And he doesn't come with any extra guns, which is kind of a disappointing. I'm going through the hands to see if there's any weapons on the top of the fist here just to make it look like it's doing something. But I mean, the Iron Patriot is crazy. He's all armored out, all kinds of weaponry. This one in particular, not so much. So I'm trying to see what I can actually do with him. So,
well, War Machine is always about ballistics, real world military weaponry. So that's one of the reasons I was kind of like, I'm not too sure about that one, only because he almost had that sleeker Stark Tech design where, like you mentioned, he doesn't really have a lot of guns. Like, what does he have? The shoulder cannon, and that's pretty much it, right?
It's very reminiscent. If you guys have the War Machine Mark II or the Iron Patriot, it is very similar to that. The armor itself is a mixture of the Mark IV. You see some elements in the chest, but it's just like a little bit more streamlined. It looks good, but yeah, it just lacks the all the weaponry, like I mentioned earlier. But we can still do something with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you kind of can. I mean, you could play around with it. Hey, Chi-Town Cylon, my dude, what is good? He says, I was going to call it a night, but I'll ride or die with you both. Time to start reorganizing my shelves while we talk toys. My dude, man, appreciate it, man. From Chicago, another Chicago man.
I was going to say too, bro, the fact that I got this thing for maybe a little bit over half off, shipped, it's like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
No, that is where, Denobi mentioned this at one point, I remember, where he picked up Fat Thor recently, right? When it went on sale, right? So, and he's like, you know what? I love this figure because I got him so dirt cheap.
Exactly.
And that's how, like, I feel that, bro. Because you're like, okay, this figure's pretty cool when you get it for like nothing,
When you come across such a deal, man, because these figures are like, these are $400 plus figures, man. And when you get them for like just a little bit over 200 shipped, that's like, hell yeah, dude. That's, you appreciate that, So, and I think you definitely look at these figures in a different light because you know damn well they're not worth what they're asking for. Some of these.
Oh, no, they're not, but we buy them.
The perfect example is the Rescue. I picked her up for a little over, I think it was 200 or just around there. And yeah, when I cracked her open, man, it's like, no, this is no way worth what they're asking for. Not in the slightest. 400 something. I'm like, nah, this is not a $400 figure at all. But yeah, Lemur, 180, bro.
Yeah, I copped it for 180, dude. I just saw it here with Pablo. Yeah, you were saying that Dusty Deadpool's very tempting. I just bought it. Bought him because, like, I honestly was never gonna get him, and it's not because I don't love Deadpool. I love Deadpool, but I was like, ooh, the price thing, right? But then I got him for like 130 shipped, dude. So I was like, and I did PayPal Pay in 4.
Even better.
So I paid like
win-win.
I paid like $35 and it's already shipped, and I was like, whatever. I'll pay the other 35 and 35 and 35 and then, whatever. So, or whatever it was, right? So I was like, dude, I'll get it at that price.
So that Dusty Deadpool's got me thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, Deadpool is starting to gain traction again.
Yeah.
And considering how cheap that figure is, I think it's going to drive up a little bit of demand just because of because of impulse. And I can't help but think that might freaking go Grail status. I don't know. I might be nuts.
It may not be Grail status, but it will be a chase figure.
Maybe
it'll be a chase figure because it's a unique Deadpool that they're probably never going to do again. It was very dependent on that specific scene in the movie, and that's it. Mafia purposely skipped your comment, OG Mando. Maybe I didn't see his.
What do you say?
Tweeter had Battle Cat. Get it for Huntress. Oh. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
As Huntress,
she's got some nice stuff, but we'll see.
Been a good girl this year.
She has. Listen, I see a couple of you guys in the chat already bringing this up. We were going to talk about it anyway. The Mars Toys prank villain.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, did I wake up happy this morning?
Yeah.
Yo.
So,
I'll get that.
I know we have some stuff here. Don't say Grail too loud. Denobi will appear. He may.
Or yeah, Denobi.
I don't know. He's working on stuff right now. I invited him, but I don't think he is going to make it. If he does, he does. So
you got it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You take it away, brother.
A little while ago, we actually got this update from Mars Toys showing off the
WC Fields, come back.
That may be too loud. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have muted it. But
Okay.
yeah, there it is. There's the sculpt. This particular set comes with, I believe, 3 different portraits with different expressions, and I love these. It captures. This is Cesar Romero, man. He makes these same faces, man, these same expressions. I freaking love it, man. What else do we have? Let me show some of the hang on, the actual solicited photos here. And yeah, there he is. There he is, the prank villain. Now, I think they nailed it. The sculpt is phenomenal. The sculpt is
beautiful.
paintwork. Granted, this is just a prototype. But I love the amount of accessories this thing comes with too. I think the tailoring is on point. Everything screams home run right now about this figure. They got the dehydrator man from the movie. That is amazing. Yeah. Let me get past these a little bit. And another thing too, they've also included a separate diorama piece with a surfboard and a wave, which is old school. The thing is that we don't have Batman in that configuration with the surfboard and the shorts and all that. So I'm telling myself I really don't need that. And then plus the price, man. $150 for the dial.
150, yeah, just for the base.
Just for the surfboard and the dial base with the wave. It's cool, but I mean it's not.
It's a little much.
Man.
It's a little much.
It's not 150, bro.
Is this a Hot Boy figure? Braden knows what we're talking about. That shit was funny. That was good. Calvin Williams, what's good, my man? He's like, what's up, y'all? How you doing, my man?
What's up, Calvin?
Tonight.
What's going on, brother?
Bruce Leon as well. Love the late night vibes, Mafia. Appreciate it, my man. You know what? We need some vibes. What am I doing here? Continue on, man. My friend.
This shot here with the photo frame. Oh my gosh, they did an amazing job with this. I mean, look at that. There we go. This one in particular. It's amazing.
Dude.
Yeah,
And you know me, bro. I've got my buddy Chris who's painted me this Joker and my 89 Joker. It's like those are the two, man. And I'm all in on this, bro.
I mean, look at this. This looks. I mean, I think it goes for $209 or something like that. And yeah, the prices for these are getting up there. But dude, this is something that I've been wanting forever. My Batman and Robin set, they desperately need the Joker, and I'm so happy this came out, man. Look, he's even got the shorts, dude. Look at this.
I mean,
that's insane. That's insane.
I just don't understand, man.
There's a separate surfboard. I don't know why Hot Toys hasn't done these. I think when all the excitement comes out if we're loud enough, I'm sure they'll hear us and they'll be like, okay, maybe they'll reconsider putting some stuff out, possibly reissuing the 89 Batman and Robin. We don't know, but look at that. Look at that, man. Does it get any more classic than that? Nah. Look at, man. Look at this.
Whoa. Look, We said the G word too much, and a wild Denobi
Look who's here.
appears.
What's up?
What's good, my
Denobi?
man?
Hello, everybody. What's up, Mario? What's up, Anthony? You guys were
Oh,
printing
yeah.
the word Grail and getting out of control, huh? Like
A little
so-
bit,
No,
a
Mario-
little bit.
Mario-
The
Mario
word was
said-
tossed around just a little bit.
It was funny. Yeah, he said it. Where's it at, man? I gotta look through the goddamn chat here. It wasn't even that long ago. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I was talking about the demand for Deadpool right now. You know, considering the recent news, along with the Dusty Deadpool. I mean, making some decent sales. I'm assuming. I'm hearing a lot of people picking it up from pop culture right now, considering it's like
There it is.
$120 ship or
From
something like that.
Badfish.
From Badfish. There it is. So I said, hey man, maybe it might go Grail status. You know, I just got maybe I could be crazy, but you know, it could be one of those sleeper Grails. I don't know.
Deadpool's a tough one, isn't he? He's one of those. He shot up once in the old days, and then he just kind of stayed steady as a chase, right? He's never really been phenomenally overpriced, as far as I can remember, anyway. Right? Maybe the original one for a little bit, maybe.
Maybe.
There's how many
Yeah,
Deadpools have we had? We've had 3 Deadpools, right?
Technically
Yeah.
3 of them, yeah.
Yeah,
Deadpool
that's a lot.
2 is the one, right? Deadpool 2 is the good one, because the first Deadpool had flaking issues and this and that,
Yeah.
and then what we were talking about was the dusty version Deadpool, particularly because he was $130 right now on Pop Culture, which and which we were bringing up a point to what you had said earlier with, you know, Fat Thor, and that there's a certain feeling of appreciation when you get some, because Mario just picked up the War Machine Mark 6, I think, for half off, which is right here.
230 or like 240 ship, 230
Yeah,
ship,
that's a
something
cool
like that.
figure. Yes.
But yeah.
And he loves it so much because of the discount.
You look through that. You look at these figures with a different set of lenses, man. When you get
Yes.
that kind of discount,
You sure
you
do.
really do.
You sure do. Did you see? Look what I got today, Mario. Look what came in the mail today. I haven't even opened. I've just been busy today. Look what came in the mail. Look at this. Look at that.
Oops.
Hey,
Boys Wonderland 250.
They actually came through, huh?
It actually came through. 4 or 5 months later, but nonetheless,
Did you find a hole out in the desert for it yet?
Well, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm waiting for the temperature to drop. What's the meme? A surprise at least, but a welcome one. What's the Palpatine?
Oh yeah.
Surprised to be sure, I think, or something. But
yeah, that's what I
Something
want.
like that. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
that's awesome. Riley Reviews in the house, my dude. He says time to bury it in the sand.
Time to pay a visit to Death Valley. I just need to figure out, because I'm gonna glue a couple 1/6 scale Budweiser cans around his waist, and then on his rocket pack, I need to figure out, is he gonna have bagel bites or shake and bake as additional power source? So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of customization.
Oh shit!
there.
Let me bring you up. There.
Maybe some. So I have to. So I'm thinking the shake and bake will be a lot more funnier if I can glue that onto the rocket pack, or maybe the bagel bites will be like his weapon, like a Ninja Star type deal. So it's gonna, you gotta fit in the character, it's gonna, you gotta.
Okay.
You're
You're gonna be Nate's also in the house. What's up, dude? Geeking out, man. My buddy Nate. A surprise to be sure.
There you go.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny shit, dude.
Denobi, did you see this Romero Joker, bro, that dropped this morning?
So this looks fantastic, but see, I have a problem because I love the actor Cesar Romero, and this is one of those situations where it can somewhat trigger me, because it happened already with the Harrison Ford Blade Runner, where the prototype photos were fantastic, and then when the Blade Runner, I think the last one came, like, dude, I wanted to set the figure on fire. Like, I was very insulted on how from the prototype photos, and you complain and you bitch. Well, what do you expect, Denobi? It's unlicensed. It's a third-party figure. I'm like, this is why I don't dabble with bootleg pirate bullshit like this, because the prototype photos are typically hired by a professional artist. It's all doctored shit, and then once you get it, then you have to kind of suck it up and like, well, it's a third-party figure, so I guess
Right.
it's okay. But if this was Hot Toys and the standard wasn't there, then you have every YouTube panel from here, from New York City all the way to Hollywood, bitching up a storm, talking about fatigue and shit. You know, it's the dogs and cats living together. I mean,
I'm not even gonna start with this fucking guy here, Denova. He knows what I was talking about. If I'm talking about fatigue, not tapping out, big difference. Big fucking
Jab.
difference. No, but I'm gonna jab back. He knows. But listen, I'm gonna say, to be fair though, Mars Toys did just recently put out that Jack Nicholson Joker as well, and it's pretty good. And from prototype to final product, there's not.
But there's a difference between Mars Toys putting out the Joker, right? You're talking about the one where he's in makeup, right? Like a mime?
No, they basically
redid the 89,
recasted the 89.
The DX.
Oh, okay.
Basically the DX08.
So my metaphor works for that as well too. They essentially stole, and then and it's a recast. Is what
They recasted.
There's no recast for this. This is
Not that we know of.
Huh? Exactly.
Not that we know
now,
of.
We did see a prototype from Hot Toys years ago, right?
Yeah,
Forever
we did.
ago.
But
Yeah.
there's 3 head sculpts here. I can't help but speculate that middle photo, these photos, they look humanly Photoshop doctored. I did look at these photos. If you look at the ones right in the center, the one you just had on, they're blended. I mean, look, it looks very humanistic. It's not that hard to do a little bit of feather in and blend in, right? I mean, you can hire somebody on Fiverr to kind of clean some of these photos up, right? How much are they asking for this generous miracle for the community?
I think 208 or something.
Yeah.
Is it really just 208?
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. I mean,
it's not bad
I'm
off
just-
of photos, right? Off of photos. See, it's a difference. You can't really use the Jack. I'll debate with anybody. Well, Jack Nicholson, that's easy. It's a recast. They just stole.
Yeah.
They remolded. This here, I mean, look at those eyes. Look at those.
Well, that is also
realistic-
true with DK though, bro. We did show the video. If you want to roll it again, Mario.
Yeah, let me get it.
Okay.
Yeah, pull up the video.
Okay, yeah, because they did show off the video. We showed it briefly here. Make sure the audio is not all crazy. There we go.
Feels come.
Damn it.
So I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
if
that does
I
look
don't know if the boot tastes foul in your mouth right now or not, Denobi. But I mean, it definitely.
Mario, that does look really damn good.
Yeah.
So should we, how many do we put you down for, Denobi?
No,
'Cause this does
no.
come with the
First, I
shorts,
mean,
too.
no, the pawns will go first on this one. I'm not playing this. It's just no. The kids can then post it on Facebook talking about that the door isn't aligned or the paint doesn't match. Let the kids go first. You watch from the sidelines eating popcorn, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm picking them up. I think it looks great, and I know what you mean though. I do feel the photos are slightly doctored up.
Cleaned up.
I do. But I think there's also just an instinctual thing to do, doing what I mean. I do that,
Yeah.
when I take photos. You're like, well, I want to clean this up a little bit. You don't want to completely change it or color grade it to where it's like not authentic, because then people will be like, hey, what I bought is not what was advertised in the photo, right? So I think it's just slight alterations, but these video portraits, I mean, that's pretty damn good, dude. And if this is prototype and it's final product,
and then I love how they got like the bloodshot eyes, like he just like did a few lines right before he like walked on the set. I think that's awesome. I go, that's the 60s there for you, boy. That's like, wow, that's cool.
yeah.
That's,
I mean, because
how we
in the-
roll, man.
Yeah, because in the interviews for Caesar, I mean, he always had a drink and a cigarette in one hand. His hands were always just occupied either with like a drink or a cigarette. I mean, that was the life. That's the life back then. So
it looks great.
Yeah.
And it comes with a multitude of accessories as well, man. I mean, everything from the trunks. Granted, the surfboard is like it sucks that it comes with a separate diorama piece like this for $150. That's
so the diorama piece is $150.
But everything else that comes with from the flowers, the photo frames, you got a nice array of hands. You got the bouquet here. You got the
dehydrator, right?
The dehydrator.
Okay.
Along with the surfer shorts.
So
I think it's a pretty decent package.
So I'll give a pass for the head sculpts if that's what they're gonna deliver. I'll give a pass on the accessories. That's an easy. So the only thing that would need convincing would be like the soft goods stitching on this costume. That would probably be the and for that it's the pawns can go first and they can review it and see, because the whole tailoring on this really needs to be just done right. I mean, you gotta be able to capture that camp. And then
I can already see here that like it doesn't look too great right here around the shoulders and everything. It just looks a little bit off.
I can tell you with the Harrison Ford Blade Runner, the costume was completely different than was shown on the photo. I mean,
well, see, that was I'm gonna agree with Denobi on that one. 6Go reviews though. What's up, man? Dan and/or Dre says, "Damn, this looks great, my man." No, I understand that too, because I was looking at that Blade Runner and I thought, oh wow, this is gonna be really cool, and it's not. I remember even talking to Bob Dylan about it. It was just like it was not. You're like such a letdown.
Yeah, so, I would rather have something done right than not have it at all. I don't buy into that community mentality. Well, at least somebody is doing it. You should be grateful, happy. No, it just doesn't enter my collection. I have a job to do, and I'm curating my collection the way I see fit. And if it doesn't meet the requirements, well, let the other. I mean, again, we're in a situation where the market is extremely saturated, and I don't have an infinite, but I have a finite budget. So then I'd have to squeeze this guy in that could take the space off of something else. I don't know, a Loki or
and there's 3 versions as Mario's showing off here. They're making 3 different ones. But real quick, damn it, Spock says, "Morning, lads. Quick drop in before work, 6:30 a.m. here in the UK." It's awesome, my man. Pablo's wondering though, Denobi, did you get the Hiya Toys Kane?
No, I haven't seen him yet, and I didn't pre-order him, so I'm not sure. Yeah, there's like a couple. I think there's 2 versions of Kane, but no, I haven't got him yet. I haven't chased him or anything. I'm not. When I visit the couple shops, if it's within my hands. So for people who aren't aware, when it comes to action figures, 6-inch action figures, I don't chase action figures. I don't pre-order action figures. If I'm there, if I'm at Target and there's a new wave of, I don't know, Black Series or something drops and it tickles my fancy, then they come home. That's why I have those dinosaurs up there. I didn't pre-order any of those dinosaurs. For some reason, Mattel is knocking it out with the whole Lost World. So I love the dinosaurs. I love what they're doing. And if they're in front of me, it falls into the shopping cart, so forth. We have Brad's Toys here in Las Vegas, which is a dangerous store because this location is always fully stocked. So when I visit him about once a month, I usually spend several $100s. That's just browsing. I don't go there for specific reason. But I'll get Kane. I'll get the Hiya Kane. Yeah, I don't. It's the Hot Toys, it's or 1/6 scale high-end stuff that I do my research on, and I try to buy.
Yeah, this is going to be my first venture, dude. Going to third party. I know what to expect. I know. I know what's out there. But I've seen some decent ones. The classic Loki, that one turned out really well. I got a couple of friends that own that and showed me some pretty decent pictures, and they said it's pretty damn good for what it is. What's the other one? The Green Goblin. I heard that one's
the Green Menace from Soso.
The Green Menace from Soso.
That's a good figure. That's a really good figure.
So some of these third parties they're actually improving, man. But you are right. I mean, the majority of them, or it seems to be a lot of them, are kind of duds.
But, some are hit and miss, so it's difficult to be like, I'm all in.
Yeah, I'm willing to take this risk, considering it's that, hey man, it's a Cesar Romero Joker. The price isn't that bad for me personally. I'm gonna roll with it.
Who's Oilers talking? I don't know who that person is.
Oilers Workshop, my dude. He says the Denobi collection, new from the Met, curated by Denobi himself.
Again, that person doesn't curate this collection.
What do you mean?
Denobi doesn't curate the collection. When I'm in this world, when I'm on the third floor here, this is Denobi 2. When I'm out, when I typically leave the holodeck, it's bill pay time. It's work time.
Oh, see, he's right. He's right.
Yeah,
He's
so
right.
I don't. Yeah, this is. I don't know who that person is. That person there, that person probably. Yeah, that person pays the mortgage. When I'm in here, it's the budget for toys and what I can sneak in here and dabble. So it's Denobi 2 in here.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's great, man. Oh, Riley Review says, Denobi, will you chaperone me in Vegas this month?
You don't. Again, you don't want that. That one there, I wouldn't even let you go out to that part of town.
Come on, Uncle Denobi.
I would call your parents. I go, Mrs. Riley, can you come get them? Because no, there's bad influences out here. Now Denobi 2 after a few gummies, that's a different decision.
Oh my!
All right, that's a little bit different. Ben Thomas, dude, what's going on, Ben? He said, "Hope
what's up, Ben?
You're all having a great night so far." Hell yeah, Ben. I hope you are too, my man. All fun here, my friend.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I told you, Anthony. I've just been busy. I've been retweaking the room. I am. I'm going to be adding USB connectors to a few of my Ironmongers next. I got the cables, and then I got Star Boost is going to be next. I want to do Star Boost.
Now, do you have anything nearby that we can see, or is it still in the works?
Well, it's in the bathroom where the soldering iron.
Okay, yeah, that's too much information. So.
Yeah.
Okay, in the bathroom. No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
I have it there in case there's a fire breakout, but that's where.
Oh, no, that's smart. That's smart.
But I figured so that I wouldn't overload the circuits. I ended up getting 3.7 USB plugs. See this right here? So this right here, it throttles the volts at 3.7. So then I can daisy chain all the lights into an iron suit, and I can keep it on probably for years and never worry about burning out the bulbs. So they make special USB plugs that have a resistor inside here that only pumps out 3.7. So I can plug it into a 5 volt plug, but it only pumps out 3.7, which is what all the lights on an iron suit work on. So my dream of having all of the suits 1 through 7 lined up via USB with a remote control, it can happen. It takes time to solder, and you don't want to rush it because you end up burning parts of the plastic.
Yeah, no, for sure. That'll look really slick when you're all done. Uncle Denobi's curated curiosity emporium of magical wonder. No, that's a good title, man.
That's a good title. It just needs the 2.
It just needs the 2. Denobi 2. Very, very true. Wayne Timothy, my man, he says, I got the Doomsday Reveler Nightmare Joker, and he holds up pretty well against my Justice League pieces. He's a pretty good looking figure. I never picked him up, so I'm glad to know that he's good. Now, Mario, you were bringing this up, right? Weren't you here?
Yeah, man. This showed up today on Sideshow. $640 for the gantry, for the Neon Tech. This I don't know. This price doesn't seem bad to me. I don't know what it is, or if I'm.
Surely you jest.
Yeah, I mean, look what you're getting, dude. I mean, compared to the quarter scale is a different animal, but Denobi, wasn't the original gantry set a little bit pricier than this? I thought it was like $799 or something like that.
No, it's $600.
Was it
for the Mark IV?
Okay, for the Mark IV.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so let's go back in time. The original, the very first issue of the gantry was $500. Then they did a reissue of it. That was $600. The Mark IV, because that's a Mark IV Neon Tech with the gantry. Yeah. It's all dolled up and painted up.
Right. Yeah.
So I have my gantry. The one I have is the original issue Mark IV gantry, and I hated that thing. I have it. It's scattered. I've kind of dissected it. Parts and pieces are scattered throughout the module case. I use it as props and accessories because the gantry was a technological display nightmare. It was a volume hog. It was a nightmare to clean. It was one of actually the gantry was one of the things that forced me to consider getting display cases bigger than DTOPs. Even when I had like even my early videos, like you'll even hear I don't know, someone pointed it out, like my early reviews, like I always bitched about DTOPs. Like for me, when I started building the room back in 2015, 16, I always felt I was restricted with DTOPs, but I didn't know what to do. And people were telling me like, oh, go visit sales from retail stores that have closed down or gone bankrupt, and you can get some of their display cases. That's why I got some of mine. But the problem with that is that then you end up with mixed matched off, like one will be a white and then
you're gonna have different. Yeah.
So I did that, and I scored really big on really cool retail display cabinets. In fact, the one I have right here that has the starships, that was a $50 buy. And that unit, the guy who sold it to me is like, yeah, you know, when we bought this thing for our store, it was $1,200, right? That's when shops go out of sale and stuff like that. So I went that route first, and then I hated it. And then like DTOPs, like I felt restrictive. And the gantry was one of the ones I could never properly fit inside a DTOP. You couldn't put it. Well, you could put it on top of a DTOP, but the problem is that the way the mechanical arms go out, they extend outside the DTOP, which then end up consuming space to the nearby. Like it was just horrible, right? And then at the time, not now because I have an air filtration system in the room right now. At the time I did it, and it was a dust magnet, and it was a pain in the ass to clean between the nooks and the crannies and so forth. Between that, the tumbler at the time, this existed around the tumbler. I'm like, God, I don't want to spend my time curating my collection wearing a French maid outfit dusting. I hate this shit. I'm better than this. So
you're not gonna wear a French maid outfit, bro.
Well, I always felt when I'm in a duster, and then I think Dean, what's his name? Dean.
Was it Dean Knight?
Is it Dean? Not Dean Knight. Who's the other one that I'm cool with, but everybody in the community thinks he's a freak? I know.
Oh yeah. Tip of my tongue.
Damn it, I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
I can't think of it, but yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
You know
I know
who
who you're talking about.
Yeah. Is it John Deek? John Deek.
John Deek. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. John Deek actually did a really cool video where he had like a handheld pressure nozzle thing, and I used that. And like some of his earlier stuff, like he actually had some of the stuff that actually helped the community. And I was like, oh, got that. That looks pretty good. Like an AC plug air compressor type deal. I did that, and I'm like, and then once I got into 2018 and work started picking up, and I was pumping in like 40 to 50, like 50 hours on average. I go, I just want to buy the stuff, throw in the cases, and not have to worry about it. And that's where the Modular cases coming in. But I had always wanted to do a fixture, a permanent fixture. I don't know if you know what that means. Do you know
like a permanent built-in of something?
Permanent, it's just a permanent fixture, meaning that you build it into the home, but then if you ever decide to sell the home, it's part of the home now. You can't rip it out.
Yeah, it's built into the
it's
built in.
So I at the time, I felt like Pee Wee Herman in that scene in the film where he's on the bicycle and then he sees those BMX riders doing all those stunts and tricks and stuff like that. Do you remember that scene in Pee Wee's Big Adventure? Do you know when he's in the park and then he's kind of jealous and he's kind of squirting? That's how I felt at the time, where all of these Hong Kong kids out there, they were dumping money in permanent fixtures, and it was like a museum. They show their photos on Facebook, and I was just kind of like, smirking, like I want a permanent fixture. I want some of that. And I had gone as far as getting a quote. The problem with that though is that a permanent fixture was just as much as a Modular case. I was getting things between $32,000 and $5,000 for a permanent fixture.
Just doing something permanent.
But the Modular case, it is expensive too. Difference is I'm taking this with me if I ever decide to sell. So
that's the problem. I mean, the only advantage is maybe your home gets reappraised at a higher value when you start adding things in like that. But then it also depends on the buyer if they want that.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you add a permanent fixture to a home, you want to make it has to be one of those situations where it provides a return a return on investment, right?
Mhm.
ROI. Like when you add something to your
Oh.
home, you want to make sure it adds return to an investment. Sometimes it doesn't always work, even depending on the market. Like you can add a pool to a home, and you would think by adding a pool to a home, you would get a ROI, return on investment. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes the market doesn't care. So with a permanent, and I knew at the time when I was studying that, I'm like, this isn't like adding tile to a home where you're almost guaranteed return on investment. A permanent fixture like that could be a hinder on the space.
It could, yeah. No, it really could.
So
Yeah, the next owner might not want it. Just want to tear it out the wall.
there you go. Yeah. So, but at least modular cases, I can mix and match and so forth. And
yeah, and then again, like you said, you could take them with you, you know, whenever, you know. But it is. But on the topic of that, I wanted to just say one more time. This is what? Well, so it's like $630. What is this, Mario?
$640. So this is a reissue on the suit. You kids out there know that, right? I have the suit already.
Yeah. We know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the addition to the gantry.
So 2018, this was the first appearance of a Neon Tech. It retailed for $385. This is back in 2018 money. We are now in 2022, and the world is spinning out of control. So this price reflects the world we live in now.
And the release date's right around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Shit. I'm pretty close.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of freaking money.
So was the original one back in 2018 at $385.
Yeah, but I think we all got accustomed to that like $400 price range for an Iron Man. Right? Like it's kind of expected.
This is why someone else got mad when I pointed out that maybe if they collected Iron Man, they would know what the state of the Iron Man market is. Not you, Anthony. I made this comment. A decent Iron Man right now is $500. A Mark I die-cast deluxe is $500. Most of the die-cast suits are going to be $500. That is the way of the world right now. I mean, for crying out loud. So think about it. Why would you have trouble accepting or swallowing this pill when the kids now are swallowing the pills for Cobb Vanth? I mean, he's Billy Bob, for crying out loud. He for $300, right? Ooh, he can take off his armor.
They're trying to get us to where $300 is acceptable.
$300. I called
Anchor
it.
and Justin.
I was there, Gandalf. 3,000. I pretty much. I know. I said, $300 is going to be the new norm.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. I was saying it too. I was like, dude, there's.
Yeah, you said it too. $300 has been a new norm. The only difference is that they're not adding sugar to the cornflakes anymore. Now they're just giving you the cornflakes. And Hot Toys is looking at you like, what? You want sugar now? That's extra. Sugar is extra for the bowl of cornflakes.
It is. I mean, this is a $700 figure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but you got to look at what you get with it too to determine the actual value. Are you really getting the most bang for your buck?
So,
I mean, considering that we just saw the Inquisitors come out for $260, those had head sculpts, USB accessories, and everything too. So when we see Cobb Vanth, yeah, he does come with extra Boba Fett armor, and yeah, you can take his clothes off a little bit. The head sculpt is kind of like a little bit iffy coming in for $300. People are gonna question that shit. Like, what the hell? It's just there's not. They're trying to condition us. Sideshow is to condition us for that higher price. Yeah, but I mean, it's not consistent yet with some newer releases that are coming out as well.
Most veteran collectors who had or still have the gantry, they know the challenges of this. I mean, I think once the Comet just showed up, right? 1/6 Junkie, you need a lot of space for that damn gantry. He's not kidding. So I'll simplify it. This Neon Tech Iron Man with suit gantry, this is not intended for year one collectors. No, this is for a veteran Hot Toys Iron Man collector. That's who this is intended for. This is not for somebody that just showed up out of STEMI money. This is probably, you can buy it, but it's really not meant for that demographic. This is for somebody who's devoted, loyal to the ancient teachings of Hot Toys Iron Man. Now, for me, the powers don't work because I'm immune to the gantry, and I already have this suit. So, and I have
Right.
all the neon techs. I never turned my back. I love all the neon techs. You know me, I'm waiting for the Hulkbuster neon tech that was rumored to me a few years ago. I'll take the
Really,
Hulkbuster.
dude? Really?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a coming.
That big old behemoth, dude. That's
I
a neon
absolutely
tech.
would. I absolutely
That's an
would.
expensive freaking variant, bro.
Bring it on.
You'd really do that?
That's
Oh,
coming,
wow.
Mario.
Absolutely.
Okay. All
It was
right,
teased
all
in
right.
early 2019. Someone had mentioned it to me. Yeah. And
Mhm.
the whole 2020 throttled Hot Toys considerably. So why wouldn't they reuse an expensive R&D like the Hulkbuster? The question is what color it's going to be, right?
Yeah, exactly. That makes
What
sense. I mean,
neon
they want to
tech?
get, they
Yeah.
do want to get their return on
Yeah.
return on investment on that thing, dude. Of course.
Yeah. And it'll look
does make
badass too.
sense.
Yeah, and if anybody and like you just how your reaction was portrayed, like really like a neon tech Hulkbuster. If you already owned the Hulkbuster, you'll understand the experience, the euphoric presence of having a piece like that in your collection.
I had the
It
power
is
pose.
Huh?
Does that count? I had the power pose, if that counts.
Power pose of Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
They don't make a Hulkbuster power pose.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did,
you're talking
man.
about that other.
That
You're
was
talking
Infinity
about the
War.
one. Yeah, you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that one. No. You're talking about the vinyl rotocast with Bruce Wayne and yeah. Oh no.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to agree with Denobi on that one because if you are deep into Iron Man or, you're deep into the neon tech, because there's clearly a market for neon tech. They keep fucking making them.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a market for them. It may be a very esoteric market already within a niche community, but they sell. So if they were going to drop a neon tech Hulkbuster, that will sell. They could reuse all their stuff they already have and change them up because neon techs are just these things that aren't in the MCU. So they could do every single Iron Man ever released in a neon tech variant.
Now you can see I have the neon tech. I showed my collection on my room collection tour 3.
You did.
Yeah. It's just that I can't help but wonder if something like that is going to be a risk. I mean, considering look how long the Hulkbuster sat for. Granted,
but a risk to who though, Mario?
No, for them, for Hot Toys and Sideshow, but depending on the production run, if they're gonna do like a limited quantity of that thing, and even then, if they do a min lot, is it worth it for them to pay the factory that much if it might not sell as well as some might think?
I think
that's the risk I'm talking about.
That they already have the molds created to create this monstrosity.
Yeah, they do. The tooling is still there.
So they're not going to need to do too much to change this, to maximize profit.
Yeah.
And if that fucker sits for 5 years, they're going to make all that money. Because you got to figure out how much it's going to cost them to manufacture this.
I don't think moving forward it's going to sit for a very long time. I think.
No, I'm just saying if that comes out, I don't think it's a risk to Hot Toys.
Oh no,
at all. It may burden Sideshow a little bit.
Not with Asia.
Filling up their already stocked, backlog with warehouse.
Because it is a big box. Yeah, the does come in a huge box. Yeah.
But I think it'd be all right.
Yeah.
Riley Reviews here, though, says, Denobi, will you collect all the Inquisitors from Kenobi if they all get announced?
Curious.
The sister...
we have Reva and Grand Inquisitor confirmed. And now the brother and sister are teased. But if they announce them, I don't remember who they are. Fifth brother, third brother, fourth sister.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, fifth brother and fourth sister.
That's right.
There we go.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
I only watched the show once, so I don't remember.
Yeah. So I just did a pre-order today. I just submitted it through Sideshow. I pre-ordered 2 of the KX Enforcer droids. it's a little bit difficult with the Inquisitors. I'm not against them, but I'm not really for them. I'm kind of playing strategic chess right now with Star Wars because I feel there's a lot of bullshit within the Hot Toy Star Wars community where people say they're going to get something and they don't. I feel there's a little bit better commitment within the Marvel community. I think it's a more civilized crowd within Marvel versus Star Wars. Hot Toy community feels more like rogues and scoundrels and back and cantina back end deals.
I may take offense to that, sir. I think Marvel collectors are flakier, but maybe it's just through your experiences.
No, I mean it's Marvel's going through some choppy waters, but just give it a few months and wait till that high anxiety FOMO of the Sinister Six drops. Then you'll see.
Yeah, then we'll see these Marvel kids flaking out. Yeah, because that's a lot of money right there. But it goes both ways, dude. It goes both ways.
It's a lot of money. I mean, even if they want to flake out or not, I mean, we already have some of the big hitters already going into. Didn't Doc Ock go into waitlist already? They're going into waitlist already, so it's not going to wait for you.
Yeah, the standards did. The deluxes are still or whatever right now. But
so it doesn't. So if they want to convince themselves that it's going to sit for 2, go right ahead. That if you ever want an example of being punished by history, it's probably going to be those characters for Marvel, at least anyway. Like Jamie Foxx, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Alfred Molina. That could be the only Alfred Molina we'll ever see for decades, for all we know. So, not every, and I can't defend everything on Marvel because Marvel has some duds, like Hawkeye's little brat. What's her name? Tiffany Hawkeye. What's her name? Brittany, yeah, that one. What's her? Hawkeye's little bratty.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop.
I knew it was one of those.
Brittany's close enough.
Right, I knew it was Brittany. And I don't know. The game of
we got a problem. We got a problem.
So that's what I've been doing.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Wait.
What's going on there?
Not a fan of that.
Well, you got it half off.
Yeah.
Well, should I say something? I mean,
well, I don't know. Is it a design? Can you turn the joint another way?
Let me see.
And bring the arm up and then see?
Like that. Right? And then, yeah, that goes out. And then turn the bicep. And then, yeah. That seems to be working like that.
So maybe it was
that's a bit of a workaround.
A little bit of a, yeah, I just don't know if that was, made intentionally that way or if it's a design flaw or just you have to position it a certain way because they're heavy. I don't know.
Yeah, what it is that because the way that I position it with the shoulder pauldron, like on the way it's supposed to be on this side, like that, all the weight is sitting on the hinge that's on the armpit, which is causing it to dip.
Oh, okay. So
that
maybe that's just how it is.
If I rotate it, if I actually rotate it to which the pauldron is there, and then rotate at the bicep, then it holds up just fine.
Okay, maybe that's just
aesthetics,
designed.
Man.
I get you. Anyone else notice that the What If Captain Carter is supposed to come out this month? Yes, indeed.
Oh,
indeed, she is.
Wow.
She is.
But
it is not the Mark II, though, right? That's the 6.
This is the Mark 6, yeah.
There's a lot of them that are being throttled back, right, for Christmas in January.
Yeah, man. There's a couple Star Wars figures just got pushed back, man. But who was it? Dan just got another one today.
Yeah.
For somebody, they just got pushed back too. So but yeah, some of these are being pushed up. It's like what the hell.
Well, some are being pushed back, some are being pushed forward. Yeah, I guess that's just the way the production ran, Yeah,
the Batman from the XE suit from the Arkham game.
Oh yeah, the Arkham.
Yeah, that one was just delayed.
Dang. Remember last summer they showed off Nightwing and then nothing.
Yeah,
Remember that?
That's right.
there's a lot of summers where they showed off
There's a
something
lot of stuff.
and nothing
Yeah.
and nothing came out.
No, I know. I'm just remembering specifically last year. It was like,
Yeah.
Sideshow had the event and they were live and they were showing off Nightwing. And I was like,
And
ooh, that's really
earlier-
good. And then,
And earlier this year, they were resurrecting figures from the old graveyard, man. It was, ooh, what else are they going to bring out? And then nothing since. So
nothing.
there's
I know.
some-
Fucking
We haven't
crickets.
heard a peep.
But I feel like it's just only because they're so far. I'm
Just
not using this as an
just
excuse.
Because, yeah, look, just because you don't see the bird of prey hiding in that nebula doesn't mean it's not there.
Right. That's what I mean. It's like, I don't want to say COVID is an excuse, but COVID really fucked up the whole world.
Yep.
So, in Hot Toys, in their world, I mean, they were shut down for months.
Mhm.
Production was severely slowed, if not outright halted. Right? People could not go to work. Even here in the States, let's not forget, guys, like almost everybody was like telecommuting to work. You work
Yeah.
from home, all this stuff. There's no meetings, there's no interaction. So imagine people that are doing manual labor, and Hot Toys factory is manual labor. So, everything being shut down, they can maybe do some 3D rendering, artist stuff, from home on the computer, but like running a factory, no way, dude. So, I don't want to use that excuse forever and ever, but now things are starting to, and even then it was just on freaking lockdown again this past month. So
Yep. There wasn't a
Not-
right.
yeah, so not fully like from 2019 December all the way to now, no. But there's still these sporadic moments of lockdown, plus that initial large lockdown. So they're very behind. That's why we're seeing certain figures being pushed forward and some being pushed back, because there's a production queue. There's always a schedule. And if whatever reason the factory is getting ready for this figure, well, guess what? Doc Brown's coming early. Oh shit, okay. Because it's ready to go in the queue. And the queue produces. And then everybody else makes the adjustments and says, hey guys,
Mhm.
Doc's gonna be here in November. Hooray! And then you're like, cool. And then the other guy's like, damn, why is my Batman delayed until February? Well, that's how it is.
Yeah, things move up. Things move
Yeah.
up, man. I'm wondering if actually.
What's going on,
It
Gilberto?
could be Hot Toys or Sideshow that are like paying a little bit extra to get these things in house sooner, also from the factory. So we'll see as my displays turn off.
Remember, we're in the holidays now, right? Everybody's going to try to make their effort to cook the books. Retail usually ends at the end of December, so
And this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
time when we usually get swarmed with a bunch of releases,
Mhm.
man. So
That's
it's gonna
usually,
yeah.
as far as I remember, every year, every Q4 is a rush. And
Mhm.
I don't remember who asked us. I got a super chat Saturday night, I think, asking me how many figures I predict will come out before the end of the year. And I said 10, and Mario said 10 to 12.
Yeah.
So we were pretty close. What do you think on that, Denobi?
I'm going to say between 8 and 10. It should be more,
Mm.
but the clock is ticking, right? It's Tuesday there now. What's today's date? Today's the
The third.
October 3rd.
third. I mean, it's Halloween already. For Halloween's next week. Might as well. I mean, this month usually typically flies pretty damn fast. They
Yeah,
should
really
be
does.
averaging the math I did in the year for them to pull themselves out of this funk, to get their pre-orders under, I think, 75 or 80, because they're trended right now close to 140 again. They're at 137 if you count the doubles. Doubles meaning triple SKUs. Why is there 3 fucking SKUs of Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Like, really? No, that's trash. Dwayne
Well, I
The
think it's
Rock,
because they're
he will sit there till the eternal. How old is Shazam? 1,000 years? Probably how long this figure's going to sit there.
well, I figure. Well, I'm not defending them, but I've noticed the trend with the new DX breed that they've been doing. They started it with Mando Ahsoka, right? Where we have these DXs that are no longer DXs. I'm telling you guys, these are not DXs. They may be labeled DX, but the reason I say that is because they now have at minimum two SKUs. So you have a regular DX and you have a deluxe DX. And you know, we
Which
saw
is
that with
insane.
yeah, and it doesn't, and on top of it, it's I believe a shrinkflation effect, because you're going to call these
2 SKUs the shit will sit, even if something
well,
goes
and they
up.
call them DXs, and they're less than the older DXs that we were used to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They didn't come with much. I'm like, why is this a DX? This looks just like a regular released figure. Oh, it has a diorama base. Well, now they all do apparently. So, you know, what else does it have? Okay, it has rolling eyes. Okay. Oh, she has a Grogu.
I also
how is this a DX?
Yeah. Also, my shield typically will go up when a pre-order like that gets released weeks before the film, as if entrapment. I sense a plot there to overtake collectors. I don't. That's usually a red flag when you're releasing that amount of SKUs, weeks, not a couple days, not hey, the film opens up Friday, weeks, plural, 3 SKUs.
Well, it could be 2 things though, bro. I agree with you. On one hand, the movie could just completely bomb, but then on the flip side, a lot of people don't care because as comic fans, they'll just get him as representation for their, you know what I'm saying? It's like you said, like She-Hulk sucks, but you're still gonna get the figure. It's like that. It's like okay,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Yeah.
Black
That's like
Adam
me with
sucked,
the-
but I'm gonna get the figure to put my DC
Yeah.
figures. You know,
Exactly, dude.
I mean, Mario knows Dwayne the Rock Johnson hasn't had a good track record as a Hot Toys. Typically,
We only
doesn't
got
sell very
one.
well.
We only got one.
Well,
we only got
Roadblock,
one, and
right?
that's
G.I.
forever,
Joe.
Roadblock.
And can't
Bro,
you still
that
buy them at
thing-
retail?
Probably, if not cheaper.
no,
That
well, I
thing
mean,
sat
you
on
might be
Big
able
Bad
to,
Toy Show
yeah,
forever.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was out forever, man.
yeah, he's set forever. Yeah,
But that movie sucked, and it's not a big collaboration collection like Marvel or Star Wars or DC,
Yeah.
right? So
Point
I-
taken. Just be careful. That's probably what I give my best advice on that one. I would wait to see the film first before committing to a pre-order on that.
yeah, it's
Especially
not
when
that far away till it comes out. I mean, I honestly don't think this thing's gonna wait list by the end of the month.
No. October 21st, I think it's the release date for
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
for-
some like end of October, back end of October,
Ginobili,
something
but
like
what do you
that.
think? What do you think about the should collectors be waiting to see what options InArt actually comes out with? before they
options
make
as
a
far as
decision.
what? What's been
As far
shown
as,
already?
as far as Black Adam. Black Adam was supposed to be shown over there in Vegas.
Really? Did they say that?
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, they did. It's actually it's on the list for which figures are supposed to be displayed. So
Oh, that's right. They did.
so now we're just
Yeah.
some of us here are saying that perhaps we should wait to see what InArts shows us first before dropping the NRD on these things, you know. But just wondering what you thought about
Well,
that.
I think that's prudent. You know, if it's around the corner and you want to see it and you're interested in what InArt has to
Yeah.
offer,
Are you coming? Are you coming to Vegas, Mario, or did you?
No, I don't think I can.
All
I
right.
really want to, but I don't think I
So
can.
who's gonna? Is it only gonna be like 12
it's
people?
Papa Denobi with Riley and KG chaperone.
It's Uncle Denobi.
It's gonna
No,
be.
no.
Gee,
Okay, he can be
imagine?
Uncle. All right, he can be Uncle Denobi.
I'm gonna have to bring a camera and turn this into. It'll be like Adventures in Babysitting. We'll all be wearing costumes.
Yeah, maybe you guys will meet Thor.
Riley will be like the Flash, wearing that little Flash, or Thor. Who was wearing the Thor costume? One of the kids was wearing.
No, the girl was wearing the,
Girl was
and
wearing the
then they met Thor, and that was a good movie.
I know some statue collectors that are going to be there because they are showing us some statue pieces too. But as far as InArt, the
Well,
InArt
they're
stuff,
gonna have what 4 Queen Studio statues there.
I think a
right?
couple. Yeah, I think a
Something.
couple quarter scale pieces.
They
and
can't
a couple
have
busts.
more than 4 because the biggest show on earth, which is San Diego Comic Con, all they brought was 4 statues. So I don't know what else they can. I Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas had an InArt convention. I'm gonna have to. Jesus Christ. I'm
Throw
gonna
that
have-
goddamn
I'm gonna-
radio
I'm
in the
gonna have
tub
to
when the
bring a
white
bag of
rabbit
candy.
peeks.
Oh Jesus! I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna need to make sure my phone is charged. I'm gonna have to take an Uber out there because if I park out,
You're
there,
gonna, because you can't take your car because you're gonna have a trunk full of uppers and downers and
I
mescaline and
I
all
would
that
remember
stuff. And be
where
like, hey,
I would
kids,
remember
we're
where I
going on an
parked.
adventure.
I would remember where I parked. It'll be a mess, and it's no. I have my Flash costume prepped.
He does. He's ready.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the event of his life.
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing in the goddamn desert?
Yeah.
It'll be.
Isn't that
Oh
next-
man.
Shit. And is Inarts next week?
Oh, something, right? I don't remember.
The 15th.
Oh, the 15th.
As your
Two
attorney,
weeks.
dude, Fear and Loathing's so good, guys. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. That's right. I love that scene. Oh, yeah.
And then they I think they promised. Did they promise booze? Did they promise jazz and liquor at this event? I don't even remember.
They
Robert
sure
G.
did.
Riley and KG
Yeah,
Vegas by
that's
themselves. I clearly, I'll be brought in as a for so I can submit testimony where the kids dropped off.
They're like honorarily, like just
Yeah.
appointing you this,
You
this position.
We ran into a street performer. Her name was Cinnabon, and she offered to take him in the back for a one-on-one photo session.
Oh my.
Yeah, they'll have a good time.
Yeah,
Come
all
on.
you have to do is step
It's
up, you know.
Vegas.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It is. I
love
think it's
it.
like supposed to be like next week or something, right? Or
It's the 15th.
2
It's
weeks.
Saturday,
Okay.
not this Saturday.
2 weeks.
following.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you? So wait a minute. So let me get this straight. So out of all of these flaky ass, and I'm putting you into this one, Anthony. You're going to get some of this. All these flaky ass cats that supported Inarts, everybody swore up and down, drinking the schlocking the Kool-Aid juice. No one's going to show up to this event.
Hey, listen.
Nobody.
I just
But the kids are going to show up. Get the fuck out of here.
I just don't fuck with nobody. I just keep to myself, man. I'm an introvert. I believe it or not. I may host a YouTube channel and
where's
create content.
I
but
Where's
I
Bob
have family
Dylan? Isn't Bob
obligations.
Dylan one of the biggest Inart supporters? Right? He clearly survived the hurricane, so he'll be fine. Well,
yeah, I mean, if he can get to Vegas if he wants to, I don't know.
yeah.
Here's my god honest answer. It's a 3-hour event.
3-hour event. It's a 2-hour event from.
Oh, I'm sorry. My forgiveness. It's a 2-hour event, so even better to travel out of state for 2 hours, and then what? Like, and they kind of sprung it on us at the last moment because they were originally going to be in New York Comic-Con, but then with Sideshow dipping out and XM dipping out and somebody else dipping out, they decided, you know what? We'll just hold this venue in Vegas next month. And people are like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm ready to go for that right now. What else is there to do? Obviously, if it's Vegas, right, they can make a trip out of it. But there's, you got to have, I think if there was more prep time and it was like kind of an event, like a couple days at least, I think people would be more inclined, right? But I think I was talking to Will, one of them. It was like $700 or something to fly there and back.
But it's
Yeah.
Vegas, though. You don't just come for Inarts. I mean, you think you'd at least come out and.
Sure, but I mean, even then, like between
It's too much
$700
temptation
plane
out there, man.
ticket, then room and board somewhere, you're dropping like $1,000 or $2,000 minimum
Yeah.
just on expenses
What?
for a
did
couple
you-
hours.
Yeah, I thought it was from 7. What is this 3-hour tour? Isn't
That's
9
Gilligan's
o'clock?
Island, man.
I'm telling you, at 9 o'clock, they have to collect their $50 deposit from the convention hall, and they have to empty out. They're not gonna. They're a 3-hour event. I'm going the week and gonna play blackjack with Denobi. How old is Riley? Can has someone checked his ID?
Yeah, you're gonna have to check his
I'm
ID
gonna
when you
have
pick him
to.
up.
I'm not gonna.
Right.
If he has
As
a
long as
fake
he's
ID, man.
as long as he's 21.
Yeah. Is KG back in the West Coast, or is he still in the East
He's
Coast?
back I believe he's back on the West Coast.
All right.
I am. Yeah, I think so. You are dropping a Rooted Hair 2-pack Joker just to go see the Rooted Hair 2-pack Joker. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. If you look at pricing, right? Yeah. I totally get that. I know some people are already backing out on Inarts, saying they don't like John's indirect answers to questions people want answered. Well,
You think you're gonna get answers in Vegas? You're gonna get a shot, and I'm not talking like a bullet. I'm talking like vodka mixed in with some juice or something. You're gonna get shots served. That's what.
Well, I believe
You
the,
see
I
John
believe,
there.
they're gonna what? So are you suggesting they're gonna get you all liquored up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they're gonna roll out the cart of prototypes and be like, check our shit out. You're gonna have drunk goggles on, and you're gonna be like, oh man, this is so hot. And then
It's gonna be like wine service at this one little circular table, and and the prototypes are going to be unfolded from like a suitcase, right? When you pop the suitcase open, the figures pop right up, and then when the clock hits 9 o'clock, they close the suitcase up. All right, guys, let's go.
Time to wrap.
You got to collect.
I don't know. I don't know.
Deposit.
If you want the ultimate, you've got to be willing to pay the ultimate price.
Ooh, where have I heard that before?
That was from Nate right there. I
Mhm.
know he's quoting something.
There's nothing ultimate. Inarch hasn't shown anything that they would consider that they want to be considered ultimate. They want
don't
to
think so.
pretend. All right. Vegas. Can you imagine? Like before you enter the show floor, everybody has to take like a shot of like vodka or rum or something. I'm here to celebrate. By the third shot, everything just looks fantastic to you.
Oh wow.
I don't know, right? I mean, like, but I think they still look good, and this is going to be everybody's chance to go look. I mean, Denobi, I don't know if you're going to go or not.
So
But
if the event turns into a circus, you think everybody on YouTube land's gonna flip flop and clutch their pearls in shock, and they're like,
listen, because I can't speak on anybody else's behalf. I never can, never will. But you know me, I'm all in on the Joker. I've been paying it off all year. I only owe like $250 left, I think, on that thing. So as soon as it's ready, I'm like, all right, I'll just pay the difference. Let's get it shipped. At that point, we're gonna see what's up. If it's crap, I'm gonna say it's crap.
We're expecting to see some like factory samples and this and that, bro. So and considering what they've shown already with some of the head sculpts that are factory samples, I think it looks pretty damn good, dude. So I personally am not worried about the final result. And we shall.
That's
see
right.
how it
Point
goes.
break.
Point break quote. That's right.
Just one more wave.
You know what,
Yeah.
Christian? Maybe I'll go out there and I'll super chat the event so it'll cover the cost of. Oh, I'm not buying that ticket, by the way. Where's PJ? I'm not spending $20 to enter this event. No fuck, I'm not doing it. It's principle. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I think somebody said they were gonna like buy me a ticket if I show up. I go, I'm $20 cannot leave my wallet debit card for this event. I cannot give this farce any like 1 cent. So I think my buddy who lives here in Vegas, he's like, God damn it, Deno, you're and your goddamn. He goes, you and your goddamn fucking morals. I'll buy your goddamn ticket for you. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I told him, I go, look, when I go on my I told you so tour, it's important for me to let the audience know I didn't give this company shit.
Right, you don't. Yeah, I get you. I get your point because you were so anti in art, and I try to understand why, but sometimes you just can't explain the madness.
It's there. It's
you
had him on your stream.
Yeah, I did. You're right.
He told you in your face, and everybody was just like, "We're gonna get part." He told you in the face, "Hey, look, early adopters know the risk. I mean, early adopters know the risk." I told it to you.
Yeah, but
isn't that with anything?
He doesn't even lie anymore. He's just all he needs is a cigarette and a drink. He's like,
but you can say that about any sort of Kickstarter that's out there, bro. I mean, even with some of the HasLab stuff we got out there, bro. It's a risk, man. With everything, dude. Everything's
don't bring HasLab into this. I have not been let down by HasLab yet.
Well, I mean, the Ghost.
Yeah, but let's say HasLab did their very first HasLab. And you were like, well, I don't know about these fucking guys. I never seen nothing yet that they've done. It's something like that. It's like it's a new company. I don't think they're gonna try to produce trash.
You can't use Hasbro. Hasbro is already is an established company.
But so is Queen Studios.
So
wait a minute. Oh, so we're playing this game. Is this a Queen Studios product or is this an InArts product?
Well,
John loves to flip flop and tap dance that.
He does.
It is InArts, but the same artists that were born out of Queen Studios.
Because I tell you right now, when the shit hits the fan, it's definitely going to be InArts, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you're right about that. It will be.
Yeah.
That's if shit hits the fan.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Because like it's like, okay, look, if I get the Joker, and it's just an amazing piece, right? And I say, hey, Denobi, this Joker is the Joker is awesome, right?
I mean, there's only going to be like a few like even trusted reviewers out there, right? Like if Bob Dylan was to review it, right? I mean, he thinks Jazz Inc. is the cat's meow. So to me, he's voided out.
Well, it depends.
Bob, I love you. Bob, I'm just messing with you, dude. You know, get off the raft.
Because of the last time. No, really. Like, I think we will all give it a fair review, I think, for the most part. The people of the community.
I don't even know who to invite on my I Told You So tour. I can't even bring you on, Anthony. You're already tainted. Mario.
I'm not tainted. Listen. If I get
maybe Mario's drinking the juice over here too.
I get the Joker and he's badass, I'm seat number fucking 1 on your stream. Because you're not getting a stacked fucking panel of people that are no. I'm gonna come in and I'm not gonna agree with anything you say if this Joker is awesome.
Oh my God.
If it's not awesome, then I'll be there as well to be like, hey, what? No, this is what happened or whatever. But I'm not gonna. Look, I kept myself reserved. I said, you know what, I'm going to get the Joker, and I'm not going to pre-order anything else. Let's get the Joker in hand first. Oh, well, what if I miss, Gandalf? Well, then I guess I missed him.
What if they don't let me in the door? What if they don't let me in to the event? They're like, "It's Denobi, he's troublemakers."
No, they'll let you in the event. They invited you, so
you have a ticket, man.
So I didn't buy a ticket. They sent me an invite.
No, I didn't say you bought a ticket.
Fair
I said
enough.
you'll have a ticket. I didn't say you bought it. I said you'll have one.
I'm gonna have to get. Yeah, if my boy doesn't, I'm like, PJ, buzz me in. I know PJ. Like, come on, Denobi. Come, PJ. I'm not. Look, I'm $20 Denobi at the door. No, fuck that, PJ. Look, buzz me in. Get me in. I'm not doing it.
Well, Blitz says Denobi's going to the factory to sabotage it just to ensure he can say, "I told you so."
Oh, I don't think I have to travel that far. I'm thinking just heading out to the event out in Fremont. This is the thing too. The community has no idea where this event is located. This is a not so respectable part.
It's kind of in the semi-ghetto. I know where it's at.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They all think it's Vegas, right? Oh, Vegas, Luxor, Stratosphere, the Riviera. Not all Vegas is rosy color. There's some parts of Vegas that
you'll wear a rooted fake mustache. Let me in.
Nah. I'll come
awesome.
in as one of their Gandalf. Fool of a took. You pre-ordered this?
Oh yeah.
You know what? Hey, I pre-ordered the Gandalf, bro, and if that thing comes out shit, I'll gladly come out on your show, dude. You call me out, I'll bring it, dude, and you can go ahead and we'll have a chat.
Listen, somebody's got to buy it. Somebody's got to buy it. And I have not been ranting and raving and praising in art. You guys know all that if you watched my fucking channel. However, I still wanted to get in on this, right? It's the first figure. It's a milestone, right? So good or bad, it's an experience. But at that point, like I said, I didn't get anything else yet.
I think it also speaks volumes to the fact that you don't even like the Dark Knight freaking movies, dude.
I don't. I do not like the Dark Knight trilogy. I liked Heath Ledger as the Joker. I cannot stand Christian Bale as Batman. When I watch the movie, I just cringe and look away. I can't. I can't. And then I have to mute it because I don't like his voice. So then it's like, what am I doing? I'm looking away and I have it muted, so I'll just turn it off. That was me. Like I didn't even see the third movie. I never even saw the third movie. I don't even know how this shit ends. I saw the trailer and then I saw Bane and he sounded like Dr. Evil and I was like, oh great, now there's two voices I can't fucking stand. So I just never saw the movie. And then that's just me though, guys. I know a lot of people love that shit. I know a lot of people love the Dark Knight trilogy. It wasn't for me. The last episode? No, I didn't see the last movie. What is it called? Dark Knight Returns, Rises.
You still haven't seen it yet?
No.
Okay, interesting.
No. Maybe one day I'll revisit the movies. But at the time, I did not like him. Now I saw Batman Begins in the theater, and I kind of liked it. Not gonna lie, but I didn't like
that movie.
I didn't like him though. You know what I mean?
I didn't have a problem with Christian Bale as Batman. For me, the films, they spiked in excitement for me, and then they fizzled out. Right? There's like I had no more interest. So after about 3 to 4 years with all the Hot Toy stuff, and I still have some of the Christopher Nolan Batmans, but to me the excitement fizzled out very fast. It was a star that burned super bright, and then poof. It doesn't have that longevity like for me with like the Avengers, like the 2012 Avengers.
I disagree with that.
Yeah,
like
so
100%, dude.
Because Batman is such a flavor of the week. He's constantly being reimagined, reinvented in the cartoons, right? In the Toontown, Batman has had some really cool adventures with the animated DC world. I mean, in fact, majority of the Batman money has been coming from the cartoons and the merchandise. Not so much.
DC does a fantastic job with their animated shows and movies.
Brilliant with the DC animated universe and all this stuff. So, and then we have the Robert Pattinson. So it's like, all right, well, now we have. Plus, remember, we've had Ben Affleck too. So it's like, all right, so it's a flavor of the week. Batman here, Batman there. You're Batman. You're Batman. Like, oh, fucking, where's Tony Stark? Just I'll jump into this.
I see Denobi's point on that though, man, because Batman is just being shuffled around. Like,
and I love Ben Affleck. Like, I was ready to commit. I was ready to commit to Batman as Ben Affleck, and I'm like, oh, let's
Me too.
And I'm like,
and then they scrapped it.
Yeah. So.
No, I just say I understand what Denobi's saying. I do, because ever since we were kids, I mean, we had Keaton, you know, and then we had Val Kilmer, and then we had George Clooney, and we had Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Then we had Ben Affleck.
We did not speak of Clooney around these parts.
Well, we still had him, bro. And then but to me, the one you know who my Batman is.
Who's your Batman?
My Batman. You would think is Keaton, but it's Kevin Conroy. No, it's Kevin Conroy, man, from the animated series.
That voice, Batman is Batman all the way. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then when Rocksteady came out with the Arkham series, I just
in the game, I played it all.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy and fucking Mark Hamill, dude. Oh my god.
Yep, that's what what I'm saying. That's right. They made a killing off that series. Great,
fucking awesome, dude.
Great game, yeah.
Well, because you got to understand, when Batman the animated series came out, I was, I think, 10 years old, maybe. Right? I wasn't a teenager yet. I know that much. And we had X-Men, the animated series, which I loved because it was following comic lines and it didn't feel too kiddish. A couple times they did, because Wolverine would say like silly lines and stuff that made no sense with made up words like he's swearing. But aside from that, it was very comic based. It had story arcs, multiple part sagas going on through the show. And then Batman came out and I was like, holy shit, dude. Batman felt like it was made for a mature audience, and not in the sense like an HBO show with tits and ass and violence, but the themes felt more mature. It didn't feel like I was watching Saturday morning cartoons. So it really captured, I think, Gotham City. And I think it captured Batman and Bruce Wayne like fucking perfect. So, and I was a kid and I fell in love with that shit, both that and X-Men. Like, that was huge for me. Of course, I was reading comics at that age anyway. So moving forward, yes, obviously in '89, I did see Batman, and I saw Batman and Batman Returns in the theater. But it was something about watching Batman animated series, bro, that just kept going. It was longer than a 2-hour movie. That series just captures you over time. And then, of course, Kevin Conroy's voice was just, he nailed that shit, dude. He nailed it. Sorry, man. That's my jam. I'm done with that, guys. I see people in there.
Great, yeah. I have no. Yeah, I mean, but again, it just piggybacks off my point. There's a Batman flavor, the week, so it's really hard. And then these aren't Black Series or Marvel Legend $20-$30 or whatever commitments. These are expensive $300, $400. Hell, Robert Pattinson $500 commitment. So
yeah,
it's
a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Like, it's so much that, like, I looked at the Mondo stuff and I like what Mondo's doing, but they're still Isn't that the irony of it, right? It's like, okay, they're making 6-scale figures. They're making Batman and X-Men animated. And then I look at them and I'm like, oh, shit. But then they look kind of toyish. But I'm like, well, that's the point. They're animated like the cartoons. But I can't bring myself to buy them. But when I saw that Batman, I saw that Joker from Mondo, I was just like, wow, that shit's they're just jumping right out of the screen. Like, that's freaking awesome, dude. But yes, we digress. Batman had so many iterations, whereas, you know, we have Iron Man. That's it. Well, for now, right? Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., one actor, multiple fucking years of service. I get what Denobi's saying in that sense. Now you can go back and revisit something like The Dark Knight if you just enjoyed that time, because a lot of that now is also nostalgia too, right? Like I'll go back and watch Batman or Batman Returns, Batman Forever even, just because I remember the time.
Something else to consider is that they didn't set up an actual whole universe like what Marvel, the MCU is doing. Right. Otherwise, you probably still have the same Batman, you know, across multiple stories. You know, in different.
Well, I originally thought that's what they were doing with Affleck.
They were supposed to be doing that, but then freaking just the execs over there at Warner Brothers just got their head up their ass and they don't know what they're doing. So they ended up selling it, and now they got to start all over again.
Well, yeah, it stinks. It's something rotten, because honestly, listen, I know a lot of people didn't. Look, we're all human. We all have different tastes. We all like certain things. I get that. That's how the world works, right? Some people like, you know, hip hop. Some people like metal. Some people like both, right? Some people like pizza, but the other people hate pizza. So I get it, right? So like with Affleck though, I thought he was pretty badass, dude.
Me too.
And I really liked his Batman. He really felt like fucking Arkham Asylum Batman. You know, he was, you know, I don't know. There was a lot of Frank Miller in it. You know,
very method into his performance. Remember, he had just won an Oscar for. Was it Argo? What did he do? He
might have been.
Yeah, he just won an Oscar. So he gave it all his. Like he was not phoning it in. It was legitimate, and studio interference just messed it up.
It's a shame. I mean, him and Cavill too, man. They were so perfect for the roles.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that.
That's the shitty part. Just see Henry Cavill go, man.
Well, like, man, what says Robert Downey Jr. was born to play Iron Man? I almost feel the same way. Maybe to a lesser extent with Ben Affleck, but definitely with fucking Henry Cavill. I was like, dude, he's Superman. He really pulls that off. Yeah. And it's a shame what's happening. Cuervo with the $5 super chat. Dude, thanks, bro. Hey. Said I should be sleeping, but y'all keeping me entertained. Thanks, guys. well, thank you, man. Hey, that's what we're doing. Hey, look, this is all off the cuff, man. We don't know what the hell we're talking about. We're just talking. We're hanging out. It's the nighttime, you know?
Speaking of sleeping, almost that time for me, bro.
We're almost there. We'll probably wrap here very, very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. But Riley, we missed you at Frankensons.
We did, man.
Oh, that's right. I saw your photo.
Yeah, we're trying to get Riley to go with us, man. But he's just having a hard time to work out a schedule around work. We'll get him though. We'll get him one time.
Marathon, Mario.
No doubt.
As in right now.
Oh. Please bring on more super chats. Then I'll consider it.
And you'll just stay up all night.
Maybe.
You're like, fuck it. I don't need to go to work tomorrow.
Give me a reason to skip work tomorrow and not get paid for it.
I know, man. Work is Well, look. I mean, who knows? Yeah, it is getting late, guys. We'll probably wrap here in a couple minutes. But I'm glad we're all getting to shoot the shit in the middle of the night. Well, middle of the night for some of you guys. It's getting late for us West Coasters. But dude, we didn't even look. Well, I'm pretty sure it didn't happen because it's holiday, but there's no drops.
I kept checking. Yeah, I thought we were going to have something to talk about. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, that's weird.
Well,
but again, they're on holiday, right? Till like the 7th or the 8th. So, but I thought it was weird because Secret Base still, I mean, maybe they had that shit shipped to them beforehand. I don't know.
I mean, it's New York Comic Con coming up right now, right? So maybe Sideshow's doing the thing. Perhaps we'll start seeing some reveals midweek or something. Who knows? They could have things queued up before later. We'll see.
I suppose you're right. All right, well, whatever, guys. On that note, I think we're gonna be out of here, dude. It was fun. We're gonna be on standby, right? Denobi, you'll be on standby as well if something does.
Standby. I keep waiting for something exciting to drop or release, but nothing. Nothing's been of interest to me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with anything. But we're just gonna have to find out. So everybody tuning in though, awesome guys. We will see you later.